Hey, how's it going, guys? This is DJ Face20 here, and I'm back with the 8th week of NFL predictions. So this week was great. First of all, let me thank you guys so much. Love the support I've been getting. If you haven't, check out the other videos on my channel. I just did NFL fan quizzes, NFL quizzes, stuff like that. I've been starting to do that a little bit more. A little bit more content's been coming out, which is great. But thanks for all the support, all the likes, all the views. And let's get into this week's predictions. So, like always, we will start off by showing my record for the past week. Yes, this is a pretty decent week for me. I think I did pretty good on the picks. Did a little bit, like the Bengals, I said that would be a surprise pick. They lost, Kansas City lost, which I was surprised by. The Chargers wasn't that big of a surprise, but I said that the Broncos would win. And the Atlanta Falcons versus the Patriots game was a great game by the Patriots defense. Really seems to be ticking. Atlanta has some stuff to fix, but let's get into our first game. Get the first game Thursday night. Looks to be a good one. Miami Dolphins versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Dolphins came off of a comeback win against the Jets, and the best thing to ever happen in Miami Dolphins history. Jay Cutler got injured, which let Matt Moore into the game, who played amazing. I thought they should have started more at the beginning of the season instead of getting Jay Cutler, but that was none of my business. Against a Ravens team who comes off a loss against the Vikings, I think this one's going to be a good one in Baltimore. However, the Dolphins defense looks good, and with Matt Moore coming, I think they could do really well. I think Dolphins over the Ravens. Next game, we got the Vikings and the Browns. Vikings looking very well. Good game against the Ravens, winning that one. And you got the Browns, who are the Browns. This one, just because, the Browns are over, I'm not going to pick them. I think the Vikings have a good, easy win against the Browns. Next game, we got Chargers versus Patriots. Chargers coming off of a good win against the Broncos. Great defensive line. I tell you what, Joey Bosa looks really amazing this year. That whole defensive line. Offense did well against that Broncos defense. Against the Patriots, who came off of a game against the Atlanta Falcons, who the defense looked very good. I think they looked like they simplified things a little bit more. Not as confusion. They actually had good communication. Tom Brady looked like Tom Brady. This game's going to be a good one. It'll be great to see what the Chargers defense does against the Patriots offense, but I'm going to pick the Patriots at home to win this one. Next, we got the Bears versus the Saints. Bears, great win against the Panthers. 2 defensive touchdowns by the same guy for over 75 plus yards is amazing. The Saints came into a great win against the Packers. Drew Brees looked like Drew Brees should. This game's going to be a good one too. The Bears are really surprising me. They have a chance to win their division, in my opinion. And they play against the Saints team, who looks like they might win their division also. This one, I'll go with the Saints. The Bears are going to be a really good team. They're going to be a great game. I think the Saints have a little bit more of an edge. You got a little bit more experience with the quarterback, a little bit more playmaking on the offensive side, but it's going to be a good one. I think the Saints will win though. Next, got Panthers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both coming off of losses. Panthers just looked abysmal after that loss against the Eagles. They come down and lose against the Bears because of silly turnovers. And you got the Buccaneers, who came off of a close loss against the Bills. So this is going to be a great game. I think this will be a close one. This one's probably the toughest one to decide this week. If I wanted to choose the Panthers or Buccaneers, I'm going to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. You see, James Winston looked really good against the Bills, and the Panthers not looking so good. It's going to be a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers won, but full body of work, and James Winston looking pretty good. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will beat the Carolina Panthers. Next, you got the Colts and the Bengals. The Colts coming off that loss against the Jaguars, which awful. Like, not even a field goal. They got shut out against a Bengals team who came off of a pretty shaky start against the Steelers. And this one, I think, is going to go to the Bengals because the Colts do not look good at all. They're playing in Cincinnati, so this one should be an easy game. I think Bengals are going to have a great game this one. Bengals over the Colts. Next, we got the Oakland Raiders versus the Buffalo Bills, both coming off of really great wins. Got the Raiders beating, at the time, the best team in the AFC in the Chiefs against the Bills, who won against the Buccaneers. This game's going to be a really great one. It's going to be hard to see. Maybe the Raiders have come back. You have that suspension. I think it's being appealed by Marshawn Lynch. But if I had to pick one, I'd say the Bills just seem more consistent to me right now. And the Bills will beat the Raiders in a really good game. Next game, we got the 49ers versus the Eagles. 49ers, their first blowout, they got destroyed by Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys. Because the Eagles came off of that Monday night game against the Redskins. NFC, the Eagles looking pretty decent this year. Niners, they look too, but after last week's performance, I'm going to have to pick the Philadelphia Eagles over the Niners. Look, I still think the Niners may be a good team. I still think they are a quarterback away from maybe being a contender in the NFC West. But as of right now, I think the Eagles are going to win easy against the Niners. Next team, we got the Atlanta Falcons versus the New York Jets. The Falcons didn't do anything against the Patriots, scoring 7 points, which I guess the Patriots defense may have their number by now after 28-3. But the Jets came off of a close game. They blew a lead to the Dolphins. This one is going to be a great game too, I think. However, this may be my little bit more surprising pick of the week. Maybe not that surprising since the AFC East is looking so good. But I'm going to pick the New York Jets to win at home against the Falcons. I know a lot of you will disagree with that, but I think that the Jets may win this week. And what's up with the Jets though? Like, I thought they would do awful considering the fact that they really don't have a quarterback. But I mean, they've been doing decent. Maybe they do suck at tanking. Next team, we got Deshaun Watson and the Texans versus the Seattle Seahawks. Deshaun Watson coming off of the bye week, and you have the Seahawks who had a really good game against the New York Giants. Russell Wilson looked really good. They're playing in Seattle. This may be, I think, Deshaun Watson's first struggle game. I mean, I think he'll still do decent, but this game he may struggle a bit. This is his first real competition in the hostile crowd of Seattle. This game is going to be good, but I am going to pick... This game is really tough to decide, but it's in Seattle. Seattle's looking really good. I know Deshaun's looking really good, but I feel like the defense may stop him a bit here, and I think that Seattle will beat the Texans in a good game. I say it's going to be a really good game, but I do have Seattle beating the Texans. Next game, you got a great rivalry head-to-head. Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington Redskins. Dallas coming off of a great game against the 49ers, and you also have the Redskins coming off of their Monday night game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now this game is going to be a little tough to decide. You can see whether the Cowboys are back. Ezekiel Elliott is back. It's one game. It's hard to decide, although they did stump a 49ers team that the Redskins closely won to. This is going to be toughie to decide. You know what? I think the Cowboys actually are going to win this game. It's going to be a close game. Redskins and Cowboys is always a good game, but just by a margin, I think the Cowboys will beat the Redskins. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Detroit Lions. Pittsburgh, great game against the Bengals. You know, Ben Roethlisberger looked good. Le'Veon Bell is looking amazing right now. And the defense shut down Cincinnati. A lot of turnovers against the Lions team, who was on a bye. This game is going to be another great one. You got the Steelers versus the Lions team. But as of right now, the Steelers are looking really good. So I'm going to have to pick Pittsburgh over the Detroit Lions. Alright, we got our last game Monday night, October 30th, Halloween Eve. The Denver Broncos versus the Chiefs. Denver, Simeon and the team is struggling. It's another road game, and Trevor Simeon doesn't do good on the road, it looks like, against a Chiefs team who's come off of back-to-back losses. Close one against the Oakland Raiders. This one, I say, will go to the Chiefs. Now, yes, the defense for the Broncos is really good, but I think the offense is just a little better on the Chiefs side, and I think the defense for the Chiefs will stop the Broncos. Just because they're just looking a little bit inconsistent on the offensive side of the ball. They have all those good targets, but the quarterback and the running back play just seems to be iffy at this point. So I'm going to have to pick the Chiefs Monday night against the Broncos. And that's it for this week of NFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions and comments, please ask questions of me. Please tell me who you have picked. Please tell me who I picked wrong, right, whatever. Am I crazy? Am I stupid? I don't care. Just tell me what you guys think. I'd like to thank you guys for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.